Hi, everybody. It's December 8th, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Baltimore time. It's Ellen Cherry here. Me. I don't know what I'm saying. Welcome to Listen In with Ellen Cherry. We're going to start here at the Please Don't Sell the Piano with a piano song called Please Don't Sell the Piano. This one's for Mom and Dad. Please don't sell the piano. Still has songs left to play. It won't tell a soul no. All the things I said, but I really shouldn't say. Please don't tell the piano you fear it's sad and depressed. It was me who inspired all of the songs it confessed. Drag it out to the back by its legs before the sun settles down. Take out the keys and cut the strings, press the pedals right into the ground. Let the wind, the rain, and time age it to its bones. So we will have to start again with voices, trees, and stones. Please don't tell the piano they've come to take it away. And please don't sell the piano. Still has songs left to play. Still has songs left to play. Thank you. Thank you for applauding. So I'm going to play one more at the piano here, a quiet, somber note, and then we'll begin the show. This is an opportunity for you to get your headphones on, get your coffee settled, cozy up in whatever clothes you're wearing. I'm assuming everyone is wearing bathing suits because it's so warm here in Baltimore. Anyway, it's a love song. Not all love songs are happy. Actually, in fact, most of my love songs are not about the happy part of love, but about the despair part of love, which I think is part of its rich pageant. If you were to leave this house and toss away your key, and if you were to close your eyes upon this life with me, I'd crawl into our lonely bed, and on your pillow I'd lay my head and dream about the day before we met. The sun would shine, the clouds would sigh, preparing for the time. And patiently I'd walk the path that brought your hand and reveal the plan for our escape to lead a life without regret. I can't forget, I can't forget, I can't forget about the day before we met. I won't forget, don't forget. Thank you so much. I love that one. Puts me in a somber mood. It's snowing here in Baltimore, and it's really interesting to me because the first time that Sean and I did the show in 2000, I think it was 2010, we did the very first listen in. It was our original broadcast, and it happened because the show I was going to do got snowed out by a huge snowstorm here in Baltimore. So we did a live internet streaming broadcast, and Morgan was my co-host, my little dog Morgan. It was super fun, and I'm so pleased that we've expanded the show to be this format. So enjoy this little intro, and we're going to get set. Oh, that's right. Sean just reminded me. The chat is broken today. We had a little technical difficulty with that, but hopefully you can still see me, but you can't talk to me. So I'm just going to imagine all the wonderful things that you would be saying, and you can send them to me on Facebook or email me or text me, and I'll check them after the show. But sorry, we can't chat today, but I will be chatting at you. So please continue to enjoy, and we'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to be interviewing myself. Close your eyes against the light. The epic dream is over. What to set right? News of your life. In fact and fiction seem much closer. You let me in, he said. You share the truth inside your head, and that is why I whisper this lullaby. You close your eyes against the light. The epic dream is over. What to set right? News of your life. In fact and fiction are much closer. I let you in, he said, and I have bound us with this thread, and that is why we kiss when we say goodbye. You close your eyes against the light. The epic dream is over. Oh, hello. How are you? Nice to see all of you. So we're here in the lovely Listen with Ellen Cherry's studio, and I was just at this lovely piano, which you can see behind me. I have my Chopin book up there because I was practicing during that break, practicing some Chopin. So today is December 8th, and it's the Ellen Cherry non-holiday holiday spectacuthon, which means you're going to hear a little bit of holiday music today. But the first thing we always do in the show is we interview the artist, and so I thought it would be really fun to interview my guest today, who is Ellen Cherry. I have a few questions, and I think the first thing we're going to start with is, so Ellen Cherry, where are you today? Hi, Ellen Cherry. I'm here on the beautiful fjords of what looks like maybe Kansas or Ireland. Wait, I don't think this is Kansas, but it's a beautiful day. I'm so glad to be here. I'm so sorry. I want to apologize personally because I didn't get the memo, and I realized that we're wearing the exact same clothes, and that is just incredibly embarrassing. So let's let's just move on, and next time let's try to coordinate so that we actually put on different outfits for the interview. So I wanted to so Ellen Cherry, I have a few questions for you. My first question is, I think that the viewers would like to know, when you were a kid, did you think that you were going to be a musician, or what was it that you wanted to be when you grew up? Well, I'm so glad that you asked me while I'm still here in Ireland, because this is one of my favorite locations. And I think when I was a kid, I really wanted to be traveling a lot. And I do get to travel with my work, which is really fun. But I remember I have one distinct memory of childhood, and that was that, like, around the age of, like, sort of middle school, which is a confusing time for everybody, and it was especially confusing for me. I thought it would be really cool to be a race car driver, but I was also thinking that it might be nice to be a nun. I did go to Catholic school when I was a child, well, not really a child, but high school, and I spent some time with nuns, and I thought that their life was really cool. So that answers your question. I don't really know how that relates to what I ultimately became. I don't really like driving anymore, and I am obviously not a nun, but it was an interesting idea at the time, and, you know, one of those childhood whims. So back to you. Okay, so my second question for you, Ellen Cherry, is your name is spelled with lowercase letters, and when I'm doing promotion for you, I always get a lot of pushback from copy editors because they're always trying to capitalize it, and I'm curious as to why it's spelled with lowercase letters. Could you speak to that a little bit? Hey, greetings from Chicago. I decided that Ireland was not cold enough, and I wanted to go to Chicago and spend some time with my friend Steve Dawson. So I flew quickly to Chicago, and I'm excited to be speaking to you from Chicago now. The reason that my name is in lowercase letters is that it's not a proper name, and when I adopted the name in 1997, I wanted to make sure that it was obvious that it wasn't a proper name. But the biggest reason that sort of developed over the last couple of years, the reason why I like the fact that it's lowercase letters, is that I like the idea of serving a higher purpose, and the higher purpose for my life is art and music. And so when I'm serving the higher purpose of art, the lowercase letters reminds me that to keep my ego small in the service of something greater. So as a person who wants to serve capital A art, capital M music, the lowercase letters reminds me to keep my ego very, very small. I hope that answers your question. It totally answers the question. Thank you so much. But it leads me to another question, which is, if you're keeping your ego small by spelling your name with lowercase letters, what makes you so important that you think that you should have a television show that features yourself? I mean, that kind of is a little bit opposite of what you just said. So, hey, I'm here. I don't even know where this is, but it looks like I might just be in front of some people walking on a lovely day outside. So that was a quick flight from Chicago. I'm starting to get a little bit tired, actually. Why would I have a show about myself? Well, the show isn't really about myself. Listen In with Ellen Cherry began last January, and we were going to do a once-a-month concert featuring my own music. Did I just mess up my hair by doing that? Anyway. But we decided that that wasn't really going to be very interesting, and so the show format changed to feature other musicians in Baltimore and hopefully other touring musicians who come through this area. So I don't think that I'm so important that I have to have my own show, but I am so important that I get to host my own show. So I hope that answers your question there. Great, I just have one more question for you. So, and it's kind of a big one that I feel like a lot of people struggle with, and I'd really like you to think about it very carefully. Just take a moment and think about this question. I know you're probably traveling right now as well, so to the next destination, wherever you're going to be. But what do you think is the meaning of life? Well, here I am in Chicago again. I'm back in Chicago. I just walked across the street to this lovely light post right there. So the meaning of life to me is obviously the answer that most people are going to give is 42, right? That's the meaning of life. Now we just have to figure out the question. But I think that I would actually answer that way. The meaning of life is the meaning that you give it, and the searching for the question that you're trying to answer, I think, is probably a better way to answer it. I am still searching for my own question of what my life might mean. I probably won't arrive at the answer until the end of it. And I'm so fortunate that it didn't end earlier this year, and I get to have all this bonus time to sort of figure it out. So that's my roundabout way of not answering your question, Ellen Cherry. But maybe you should think about it a little bit too, and we can come back at the next show and we can come with answers. But that's what it means and not means to me. So, greetings from out here in Chicago. I'm looking forward to watching the rest of your broadcast. And oh, wait, I'm performing on the broadcast. I better go back to Baltimore. I'll see you guys in a minute.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with string. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, snowbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
Let's start with a love song.
to be true. Reminder, residue, and preserves clues and other cues, and that kiss I saved for you. It's not that won't untie, truth that doesn't lie. A tiny death we shared exactly the same time brought us back to life. I got these calluses on my hands. Oh, you know the work I've done. An honest mark, you see, and it protects the very heart of me and all the battles I've won. Skin that will not break, solemn sleep that cannot wake, an incandescence that never loses light. I hope to dream of you tonight. I hope to dream of you tonight. I wear a window on my heart. I wear a window on my heart. I wear a window on my heart. I wear a window. I wear a window on my heart, so you can see right through. A single pane of glass that separates the valves, the halves, does not sever me from you.
I love that one. I love love songs. All right, let's do another love song. This is a love song that I was inspired to write because of Paul Lloyd and his Just This Guy songwriting contest. And what he does is he gives you a tapioca pudding. Anyway, something like that. He gives you a topic, and then he asks you to put these 5 words in it. So a couple of years ago, the topic to write about was family vacation, and the words you had to fit in there were family, vacation, relax, travel, and souvenir. And then you got bonus points in the contest if you put the word monkey into it. So we took this vacation when I was a child, and I love how, is the right word fungible, flexible? Your memories are, and they're influenced by who you are and obviously your personal experience of it, but also just the amount of information that's coming into your brain changes your memories. And I have distinct memories of this vacation, and I'm sure my parents' memories are very different, but I love playing the song, and it makes me think about my grandparents and the trip we took and the time that I've gotten to spend with my family. So this one's called The Whippoorwill Lodge. Listen for the words and see if I got all of them into the song.
You're no fun, my sister said. Just relax and take a picture with your eyes, and that memory comes as such a surprise. A souvenir, a childhood song reprised. Mom washed the sunlight from our skin in the sink of that tiny 1950s kitchen. Dad hit his head on the door frame. Grandpa smiles, he calls me by my nickname. We played games out on the porch. Monkeys in a barrel, gin rummy for 10 cents. And I traveled to there from the present tense. It's It's my beloved land of no consequence. Mom makes us lunch again, and we eat at the Formica table in the kitchen. My sister tries to shift the blame. Grandma laughs and says, girl, you should be ashamed. When we took this family vacation, Mom was 36. Well, that's the age that I am now. How does that happen? She washed the summer from our skin in the sink of that tiny 1950s kitchen. Dad hit his head on the door frame, and Grandpa smiles. He calls me by my nickname. And she washed the summer from our skin in that tiny 1950s cabin in Wisconsin. Dad, he's hit his head again, and Grandma smokes a cigarette. She puts her hand upon my head, and she says as the sun sets, don't forget, don't forget.
Thank you. So hopefully you heard all the words in the Whippoorwill song. I love to play that song and tell this little story that a couple of years ago I was playing it when I was 36. I was playing it in Dallas, and my parents came to the show, and my mom came up to me after the show and she said, I like the new song a lot. It's very lovely. It's beautiful. But you are remembering incorrectly because the cabin is not in Wisconsin. It's in Canada. But Canada and kitchen do not rhyme, so I've decided to move the Whippoorwill Lodge down just a few hundred miles to Wisconsin. So I'm going to play you another song. Actually, I'm going to play you a Christmas tune, one of my favorites. I hope you enjoy this. It's the holiday season, right? We just finished Hanukkah, got a couple weeks of Advent as we go into Christmas. Of course, there's Kwanzaa and the Epiphany, and we do this quick slide into the new year. But before that happens, we can enjoy some time together with this lovely Joni Mitchell song.
It's coming on Christmas. People are cutting down trees, putting up reindeer and singing songs of joy and peace. How I wish I had a river that I could skate away on. It don't snow here, stays pretty green. Gonna make a lot of money, then I'm gonna quit this crazy scene. And I wish I had a river that I could skate away on. Oh, I wish I had a river so long I could teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I had a river that I could skate away on. 'Cause I made my baby cry. Tried hard to help me, you know, he put me at ease, gave me a love so naughty it made me weak in the knees. wish I had a river that I could skate away on. I'm so hard to handle, I'm selfish and I'm sad. Now I've gone and lost the best baby that I ever had. And I wish I had a river that I could skate away on. Oh, I wish I had a river so long I could teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I had a river that I could skate away on. 'Cause I made my baby say goodbye. Ooh, I wish I had a river so long I could teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. 'Cause I made my baby cry. It's coming on Christmas. People are cutting down trees, putting up reindeer and singing songs of joy and peace. And I wish I had a river I could skate away on.
So today on our crew, we've got Dan Chase running the camera. You want to wave in there? There's Dan. Thank you, Dan Chase, who drove through the snow and may be staying overnight, which is totally fine. We're going to relax and have fun, watch movies. And we got Sean Wilson running the board, running the switcher, running the, well, not the chat today, but running everything technically. Thank you so much to both of you for being here with me today. And for all of you who are watching, we're so happy to see you out there. I love playing the song. It's a sad song, but it's got a happy melody. So if you don't want to listen to a sad song, just listen to the guitar part and I'll cover you. This one's called 1864, A Civil War Bride, and it is at its heart a protest song. Desperation will be the stuff of history. You've wandered off to fight the war and misdirect the call of cannon's roar. You're set to lead a man's life, you must do more. And I hate you for it. You've said no words to reach my ears for what is now so many silent years. No whisper on the window
twinkle of the stars to calm my fears. I worked my fingers down to bones to make for us a warm and happy home. And now my soft and secret heart is hardened into stone. And I hate you for it. Last night I dreamed that you came back to me.
I forgot the words. Let's try that again.
Last night I dreamed that you came back to me, and we lived on and on so happily. Before I woke, you said to me, darling, this will never be. And I loved you for that.
So here we go, Buffalo Gals. One, two, three, four.
Got a thistle in my cap and a bullet in my gut, just so you can see what I'm made of. Lips and bones and knees and elbows, teeth I barely cut. Thank God I got these hips, just like my mother's. I press them down in my saddle and I ride, steel against my own self. I ride high. I spent the summer getting dusty. The sun peeled away my sadness, so I pushed on just like the weather. And work made leather of my vision, and it calloused up these fingers. I lingered for worse, I'd hoped for better. So I press down in my saddle and I ride. I heal with my own help. I ride high. Dress me up, I don't mind. I can be a paper doll for you. Watch the wind 'cause it can blind you, and that's my cue. But my food, it isn't free. I watch TV, I read those magazines. I see all that I'm supposed to be. It makes me press down in my saddle and I ride. I steal against my own self. I ride high.
Oh, Guild, I love you. So grateful to have this guitar. All right, let's switch back to piano for a bit. I think actually we're getting close to ending time, so I'm going to play just a couple more songs on the piano. I realize I've only fit one holiday song into my non-holiday spectacuthon, but hopefully my shirt is making the spectacuthon part of it. So let me switch back to piano. And we'll go from there. I'll play a couple more on my Please Don't Sell the Piano. So I'm going to play you a little song that I wrote when I was staying in the lovely country of Mexico, and this one's called Sac Bay. Sac Bay is a Mayan word for white road, and my mother always says, or she said this to me several years ago, she said, the interesting thing I've observed about you is that you like to take the path of most resistance. Most people like to take the path of least resistance, but you like to take the one of most resistance. And I think the song sort of accurately expresses my feelings of being a wanderer and not necessarily being able to walk directly towards my goals. I'm doing the best I can, as we all are, but it's really interesting wandering, so I'm grateful for that. This one's called Sac Bay.
Even the blue water turns black when the sun falls into the past. Even my watery heart makes a fist when the sundogs call and a ghost has me right by the wrist. Well, here is a list of all that I need. Mayan road that shines in the heat. Some dust from an asteroid belt just to hold, and the promise my voice won't grow old. My life, it's a small one. I have just begun to read the stories and to learn all my lines. Everything's alright, yes, everything's fine. My life is a small one. I have just begun to read the stories and to learn all my lines. Everything's alright, yes, everything's fine. Everything's alright, yes, everything's fine. But I'm the fool, 'cause I think I've got time. Call the dark water goes red, and the ghost she swims where bad dreams have bled. With all that I'm thought and I've bought and I've owned, is it enough to have learned to let go?
Thank you. So I always like to follow that one up with this new song that I'm going to be recording this next year. Actually, that's the thing that I forgot to ask myself in the interview was what's happening in 2014? What's happening in 2014 is I'm working on a project with Ben Frock, who was here on season 1 of Listen In, and he's going to be rearranging some furniture, rearranging some songs from Heart Like a Lion and previous albums, and we're going to celebrate my last day in office, which an office is not a bad place to work, and I'm so grateful for the people who are willing to work in offices and get actual things done that we need. We need music too. But my last day of work was May 28th, 2004. So we're going to have a special party here in Baltimore on May 28th this coming year to celebrate 10 years of being out of an office because I'm much better suited in this environment as an animal in the world. And so I'm going to be recording some new music. I'm going to be working with Scott Smith at the Wood and Stone Room, who's a good friend of mine. And we're recording some new music, hopefully over the next year and a half, and having a big project, another big project and recording ready for you. In 2014, I'll also be helping to promote the project that I produced with my friend Sandy Asservatham called Mobtown Moon. You can find information about that at mobtownmoon.com. And I have to tell you that CDs from Ellen Cherry and CDs from Mobtown Moon and t-shirts from Mobtown Moon and posters from Mobtown Moon make excellent, amazing holiday gifts. And you should order them soon so I can mail them to you very soon. You can get them at my website, ellencherry.com. And you can go to Mobtown Moon and go to our Bandcamp page and order your own gear. So anyway, I'm going to play this other new song that I'm hoping we'll be able to record in the next year. This one is called Seems So, and I'm hoping it'll appeal to my mom, the title, because the title is actually like a seam of your pants. And sewing, seems so. It's a play on words. All right. But this is a metaphorical song. So just prepare emotionally for metaphors coming right at you right now.
Sewn like buttons on a sleeve, separate while ironing. So well matched, yes we belong. Just feel the thread that ties us on. If that string goes wearing thin and suddenly you're falling, find yourself upon the floor and you're miles from the familiar. Just wedge yourself in someone's shoe and let them walk around with you. It might feel abrasive, sure, but think of the adventure. If by chance you fall right out, I am convinced there is no doubt. Soon a tire will roll on through and happily escort you on the road, on the road, on the road. Make sure to jump out on the curb at Harford Road and 33rd. Allow the breeze to push you north with leaves and other things that feel they've lost their worth. Their worth. I'd replace at any cost the fortunes that I've bet and lost. But we both know that those born free sometimes need some traveling.
I like that song a lot. Okay, so I'm going to play two more for you. What should they be? Ooh, let's do a love song. Let's do a love song and then we'll do another protest song.
All hands on deck, we row and go down as another shipwreck. Hold tight to the ropes, there is no need for horoscopes. We may be spent, splintered fragments, soaked down to the bone, damaged but not broken, almost home. Are you with me? Say yes. Sign here, but there's no guarantee of calm seas or safe passage of anything you possess. We may be bent, stretched out, silent, begging for repair, grasping, please hold on, we're almost there. We might be a ship trapped in a jar. We still use the wind, set sail and trust the stars. Hear this, my friend, we near beginning and not the end. We may be lost, diffused, star-crossed, off course and unmanned. Darling, please hold on, I see land.
Thank you. So I'm going to play one more song for you here on the piano. This is the Please Don't Sell the Piano piano. I'm so grateful for so many things this year. I'm grateful to Honda, the Honda Fit, for saving my life and my good friend Michael's life when we were hit by a drunk driver in February. I'm grateful to my physical therapist, B. Peck, who rehabilitated my shoulder. I'm grateful to my sweetie Sean, who's running sound, and for believing in this idea. I'm very grateful to Dan for driving through the snow and coming and filming today. I'm very grateful for all of you that are watching, whether you're watching it live or whether you're watching a recording of this hilarious and ridiculous show later. It's a pleasure to be able to play music for you today. And I'm so glad that my parents, thanks Mom and Dad for mailing in the US Post, right? They just stuck a stamp on it, mailed this beautiful instrument to me, and it lives here and I play it every day, and I'm so glad for that. So I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Like I said, don't stress about gifts. Just email me, call me, text me, send me a message. I will send you some Mobtown Moon CDs. I'll send you Ellen Cherry CDs. We have t-shirts available, posters. I'd love for you to lessen the inventory, actually, frankly, before the end of the tax year. That would be awesome. So make a deal with me and I'll send you some gifts or gifts to your loved ones. This song is on Please Don't Sell the Piano, which came out in 2012. And it's Pickett's Charge. It's one of my favorites. I love to end the show with this song. If Tom Hennigan is watching, I know this is his favorite. I think Dean likes the song too. So I'm so pleased that the song resonates with everybody. But this is supposed to be a peaceful time. So this is a song ultimately about peace. I'm so glad that you were here with me today. And please be safe out there and have a wonderful holiday season.
When I was young, I used to wonder at the sun and the universe of things I didn't know. Was there a soul like me in another galaxy, peering through an ancient telescope, waving hello? Well, then I read the news today. 7 trillion miles away, a star exploded into space. Could that have been my little friend, just preparing for the end by pressing send before erase and letting go? Letting go. 13 times into the fray. How many lives, how many days? This is a song about the war. And as a wheel in the machine, I've been numb and I've been mean, but I can't take it anymore. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's explode.
Thanks so much for being with us. Thank you. Hope to see you again. Come and join us in January for season 2 of Listening with Ellen Cherry. We'll see you very soon. Be safe out there. Happy holidays and thanks. Bye.
Mom got drunk and Dad got drunk at our Christmas party. We were drinking champagne punch and homemade eggnog. Little sister brought her new boyfriend. He was a Mexican. We didn't know what to think of him till he sang Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad. Brother Ken brought his kids with him. The 3 from his first wife, Lynn, and the 2 identical twins from his second wife.